Hi everyone, welcome to Andertons Music, and it's all about the bass. I am Ollie.
I'm Cici.
What on earth is this handsome pedal you have for us here, Cici?
This is the Kaamos, or Kaamos.
Kaamos.
Kaamos. That's
Isn't he
the only way to pronounce it.
Isn't he like the old Marvel villain?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Well, it looks very, very nice, and this is from Darkglass.
It is indeed.
Cici's been looking after this one for us for a while and poking around at this, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I've been experimenting. So first off, obviously there's a couple of bits that I won't get into this video, like the effects loop.
Yes.
Which obviously we won't be doing, so don't expect this to be like an in-depth demo, but as is usual for these videos, I'm just going to be going into what it was like to live with, actually how the effects themselves sound and what it's like to play on. So
exactly.
Yeah.
When I'm buying a new car, I don't know how fast it goes down the motorway because there's a speed limit. Does it brake? Was it easy to use?
Yeah.
Is it comfortable?
Exactly.
So what's the suspension like?
I don't have my license.
Well, you shouldn't be driving then. But this is a distortion and octave pedal, very clever from Darkglass, a signature pedal of Amos Heller.
Taylor Swift's.
Exactly, yeah. When I think of Taylor Swift, I think of hefty octave bass, low subs.
So the main thing that stuck out to me with this, obviously I'll show you what it sounds like, is how well it does what it does. Like, I know that should go without saying, but I've tried so many octave pedals and I've hated nearly all of them because, especially on bass, they just sound really muddy, whereas this one was a really nice surprise in that it's still got that obviously really sludgy, octavey sound, but it's still got all the clarity that you'd actually want to be able to actually use it.
So it handled those lower frequencies that it's producing perhaps a bit better.
Yeah.
Perhaps giving the amplifier that we're going into an amplifier, by the way, there is a direct out, but today we're going into the Fender Rumble 200. But you feel like it's giving that a clearer, especially I suppose the sub-octaves usually I also find can be a little bit frumpy by the time we're putting them to this application of the bass.
Yeah, I mean, particularly like I've played normally, I would have to play all the way up here on an octave pedal just to get like a usable sound out of it. Whereas this one, obviously, you can go right down. I mean, I'm in drop D right now, and although it's not optimal, it still doesn't really complain, so.
I think we should show the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the wonderful octaves on this before we get dirty. Let's hear that.
Definitely.
So,
I mean, it comes alive once you turn the distortion on as well, so I'm excited to get into that. But
nice.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a few different types of octaves.
Clean amp sound. Nice.
Even that, it should be ridiculous, and it is slightly, but that's the first octave pedal I've ever tried that can handle drop D on a bass and not completely like freak out.
And we haven't got a massively. It's a 200 watt amplifier, but we're not going through like 2,000 watts of, you know, that needs a truck to carry it here, and you know that you play Nebworth with to get all that low end definition. That's really quite impressive.
Yeah.
And
I mean, once you head up here, obviously it sounds great.
And this is we have 2 octaves on here. Is that what we have here? So if I go to the single, if I press that.
I mean, you can really dig in as well.
Yeah. That's good. So obviously, you can go down there. You're not cutting your bass in half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not like limited, which
fantastic.
Is nice.
The other octave options, I suppose, are on here. So what do we find? We go up here. It's like literally old school sort of kick to it. So these are both these are both monophonic. It's got there's a grain to that.
Yeah, and it's got an almost like a harmonic sound to it, like quality to it, in the sense that there's like a really nice overtone in it. And I can't...
Synthesizer it is.
Yeah. It's nice.
With both these, I guess the third mode, then this is now polyphonic.
Can you play some chords?
I can indeed.
Oh yeah, we got a polyphonic octave. We've got to hear some chords. Thank you, Oz. It's holding on, absolutely. Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah. Really challenge it. I guess now we've microscoped the octaves quite hard. The drive side is we have a mod here which is based on the Alpha and Omega drive models. So I think we should hear those in context.
We definitely should. That just feels good to play. Like as soon as you stick that on, especially with the octave, it's really nice. And again, it handles it really well because I've used so many octaves, and as soon as you turn on anything else, it doesn't know what to do with itself.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that option where I know if I turn everything on flat out, it's gonna sound good.
Yeah, it can sometimes be a difficult interaction if there's a drive pedal you like, and you sometimes then smash it with a frequency it's not designed for, used to perhaps, especially some of the more vintage ones, and you give it that sub, the the E1, the E0, they can really butt out. But this one, absolutely not. I mean, we're a little bit more blended towards the Alpha side. I just hear the Omega side, which is a bit grainier.
Shouldn't sound good. That's why it's so fun.
Yeah. That should be a recipe for absolute chaos. We've got a pie, and we're going to put in some brick dust, some custard, and some frozen peas, and it's working.
It is.
Yeah, it's. I do love their drives. And
Me too. I mean, even as a standalone drive, they're really nice anyway.
It can't hurt to just hear that. Really versatile as well. I mean, usually hefty drives or big distortions, usually when I turn them down, I feel like I'm sort of holding it back. It gets a bit grainy and doesn't want to be there. That sounds great. It's just a nice push.
It does. I mean, like, out of all the Darkglass pedals I've tried, this is definitely my personal favourite. I mean, they've got a lot of nice pedals, so that's quite a feat.
The effects loop, which was aforementioned earlier, which we're not going into today, but there's some fantastic videos out there. You can basically choose whether it goes pre the loop or pre the drive or in parallel with everything. So you can run an entire kind of board, which this then runs side by side to. So you can get all that thick detail and still run other things. We could do all the ambient effects and stuff like that. But there's so much that this could be the hub of.
It's nice to actually spend time with a pedal and you don't get bored of it. Like, I know I've said all the ones we've featured so far in this series, I've said that, but it's true, and that's why they're in these videos. And I like getting to kind of do a video that speaks a bit more about what it's like as a user experience rather than just going into the specs, because like as soon as you take something home, it's nice to know kind of what to expect outside of going, well, I know it does this and I know it does that on paper, but what's it like once you actually
absolutely. It's always difficult when you're playing these things in a shop, and that's why companies like Andertons will have their returns policies, so you can try things and just you got to see it hitting the rig. I mean, how did you find it? So we're talking about living with it. How did you find it with the active versus passive thing? Is there a particular bass you love this thing through, or did it struggle with one or the other?
No, not really. It's just a great sounding pedal, as simple as that, in my opinion.
And Darkglass know what they're doing.
They do.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
can't complain.
Take some wheels and play to get the Cici out of it. I'll just do stank face of support. The gratuitous Oz setting needs to be done.
Thank you, Ollie.
Oh, you're welcome. You are most welcome. I'm doing this for only you, not me. Whoa, okay. I don't think it's loud enough.
No.
Cici hit that low D really hard.
I'll just go forever.
Yeah, won't leave that to carry on. Oh my goodness. Well done, Darkglass.
Yes, well done.
Well done, Cici.
Thank you.
And well done you. Thank you for watching. This has been Andertons TV all about the bass. Please subscribe. All the links are below to this wonderful pedal.
You have to subscribe because my finger hurts.
Subscribe to support the injury sustained.
Oh no.
Giving you the viewing pleasures. And thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Have you been injured at work?
Call now. The Butterfield Diet Plan.